Happy holidays and welcome to Coachella Valley this week. I'm Denise Neal, here to guide you to the desert's best events going on for the week of December 25th, 2010. On today's show, we'll also be looking back at the places and people that we've had on the show in 2010. Plus, we'll also meet up with the old desert naturalist, Mika Young, and so much more. All here today on Coachella Valley this week. It's a spectacular day out here at the Mission Creek Preserve in West Desert Hot Springs. It is a gorgeous day out here at the Mission Creek Preserve in West Desert Hot Springs, and it's just so serene out here. And today we have April Sal, the preserve manager of the Mission Creek and also Pioneer Town Mountains. How are you doing today, April?
Good, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you, and thank you so much for taking the time out to being with us today. So tell me about the preserve. This
Mission Creek we've actually had since 1995. It's in a really unique part of the Coachella Valley because we're sitting here at the base of the San Bernardino Mountains, and so we have the South Coast Eco Range and the ecosystem that is associated with all of the higher elevation mountains, mixing here with the Mojave Desert and the Sonoran Deserts. And so we get a lot of unique animals and plants here at the preserve, and we also have a watershed and a wetlands. And so this is an area that's kind of a refuge to migratory birds as well as to some of the endangered birds that are in Southern California. So hiking up from the parking lot on your way, you'll cross the wetlands area there, and there's a very large cottonwood tree that's very photographable. And the wetlands is actually created from a fault break. Mission Creek Fault, and there's a Banning Fault. The preserve sits between those two, and that those faults help create that wetlands area. And so that's a refuge to many rare and endangered birds, such as least Bell's vireo, and the summer tanager stops by, and the yellow-breasted chat. So we have a lot of neat birds, and this is a birding area. Not quite as popular as Big Morongo Canyon Preserve, but again, wherever you have water in the desert, you're going to have a refuge for birds. And then if you continue on up to the Stonehouse here, again, the Pacific Crest Trail is only about 2 miles west of the Stonehouse, and you can go north or south on the Pacific Crest Trail. So at the beginning of the preserve, just past our gate and parking lot area, you can see some remnants of old buildings, and there's an area that used to be called the T-Cross-K Dude Ranch. And it was a dude ranch in the 20s and 30s, quite popular, and Harpo Marx and Humphrey Bogart frequented it. And it was in kind of a getaway because they thought Palm Springs was too crowded in the 1920s and 30s.
Well, it's absolutely gorgeous up here. So how long when did the preserve start? Because I see that we're standing in front of a stone house. What was that? What did that used to be?
Well, this is a historic structure that's on the property. We don't have a lot of details about when this building was constructed, but it's estimated that it was constructed in probably the 20s or 30s, in the earlier part of the century. And this was actually a residence, and it was converted to the public facility that you see today back in about 1999. So we kept the original building, we put a new roof on it and new floors and screened in the windows, and it's open to the public. The doors are not locked, so that folks can use this to get out of the weather or to have meetings or picnic or that sort of thing whenever they want to come up here. And we're open pretty much 364 days a year. We try and
It's the 5th day.
right. We try and close access on only Christmas and New Year's and Thanksgiving, but the rest of the days folks can come and hike, and we certainly encourage people to do that. There's lots of great trails. There's access to the Pacific Crest Trail if anyone wants to go for a longer hike, and there's actually a trail that's becoming quite popular that's a connector trail between Mission Creek here and the Whitewater Preserve, and that's about 6.5 miles one way.
Yeah, we were at the Whitewater Preserve a couple shows ago, and we loved it up there. It's so beautiful. So now if someone wants to come up, because there's a gate, they can hike, they can basically traverse the gate and hike on up here. But if they want to drive up here, they can do that if they have a larger group, they want to picnic or whatever, would they have to call and make a reservation for that?
They would, yeah. So we only allow access up here to the Stonehouse via vehicle through organized groups, and they'd have to call and make a reservation. And that phone number is available on our website. Okay, the phone number for both Mission Creek and Pioneer Town Mountains Preserve is 760-369-7105. And our website has information about all of our preserves, and that's www.wildlandsconservancy.org.
Thank you so much, April. I really appreciate us being here today.
Oh, thank you, Denise. Glad you're here.
Now let's hear I'll be guiding you this week. Enjoy the winter concert, famous actors and Chinese singers at the Fantasy Springs Resort Casino in Indio on December 25th. For ticket information, visit fantasyspringsresort.com. Kids can still help Santa at his workshop at the Miramonte Resort in Indian Wells on December 25th. For more information, visit miramonteresort.com. There will be fabulous music at Vicky's of Santa Fe in Indian Wells on December 26th with the Desert Cities Jazz Band and special guest Amanda King. For more information, visit vickysofsantafe.com. Help turn plain boxes into a gingerbread city with the Scrap Gallery at the La Quinta Library in La Quinta on December 28th. For more information, call 760-564-4767. The Brian Setzer Orchestra will have you rockin' and rollin' at the Agua Caliente Casino in Rancho Mirage on December 30th. Buy your tickets at hotbarcasino.com. Vicky Carr will perform with the Pat Rizzo Orchestra at the Spotlight 29 Casino in Coachella on New Year's Eve. Purchase tickets at spotlight29.com. You can boogie your way on into 2011 with Boogie Nights Band at the Agua Caliente Casino in Rancho Mirage on New Year's Eve. Find out more at hotwatercasino.com. There's much more coming up next on Coachella Valley This Week. For fun and interesting articles, you have got to check out the Sunrunner magazine, the magazine of the real California desert.
I'm going to write and speak and sing myself into existence. I'll blaze new trails and live my life with passionate persistence. I'll write those books, share those stories, sing to the heavens and dance in the glory. My chains are falling off. The obstacles are bowing down. My wings are rising up to lift me off this ground. My hope is building up. The doors are open wide. My faith has trained me well to run this race in stride. The thought of giving up must never cross my mind. I am pregnant with a purpose I have searched this life to find. I'm going to write and speak and sing myself into existence. I'll blaze new trails and live my life with passionate persistence. And may the crowns of the heavens bless me with a kiss as I boldly proclaim, oh yes, I exist.
Today, the show is coming from our studio because it's raining outside. Boy, did I go over some rough country before I found the trail that went into the petroglyphs. I found them, and so being on a slideshow, which pictures that I took, this is the show you're going to see. I'm on my way up to see the petroglyphs up above Oasis. Starting out, I was hoping to find the Indian Trail right off of the bat, which we had looked for a week before, but we missed it. Here's a barrel cactus that's in bloom on the way up, and cat's claw. The terrain here is very, very rough when you miss the trail. Still looking for the trail, but I found a campsite. Beautiful Ocotillo. Here's a says Phoebe on the trail. The going gets very rough when you don't have the Indian Trail to walk on. Here's a boulder that has desert varnish, which is the dark. The granite white, it was underground at one time. And with the sun beating down on it for 500 years, it'll turn it dark. Here's the Indian Trail with markers that you can see. Here's the other one with markers on the trail. Here's one of the campsites that I found. This is quite near the shoreline of the old Lake Coachella. Staghorn cactus. You want to stay away from it because it'll get you. Another trail marker on the right-hand side. Can you find the trail marker here? It's there. Here is a nice trail that you walk on. No markers really needed there. Now we're at the petroglyphs. The petroglyphs were made by the Indians. They were not lazy people. They worked hard to find their food and supplement. But when they were bored and they had nothing to do, they would do this art, which we would call graffiti. Generally speaking, the images they did really had no particular meaning. This one here, somebody tore off the face of it and took home the artwork. Disgusting. Ceremonially, there was no particular work for it. Here, we don't know if that's a hand or if that is a headdress. The trail here goes between the boulders with the artwork on both sides. Looking at the artwork, they did do the stick figures every once in a while, but overall, there's no particular meaning to it. Looking out over the Coachella Valley, you can see the Salton Sea in the background. And more artwork. There's no explaining this, just enjoy the pictures. I'm ready to head out on the trail that I finally found. And again, the trail markers. Creosote bush with its beautiful yellow blossoms. I call this the Indian Freeway, or we could call that I-10. If anyone be interested in seeing the petroglyphs, I'd be willing to take them up. To give you directions to get there would be extremely difficult because it's hard to find the trail leading up. I'd be glad to take a group up or individual. They're worth hiking up to see. Contact me at theolddesertnaturalist@gmail.com, all one word on that olddesertnaturalist.com, and I will be glad to get back to you if you're interested in taking a hike up to see the petroglyphs. I'm on my way out now. Of course, I'm taking the good Indian Trail. And there it is. You can see the trail. This is Conrad Vargas, the Old Desert Naturalist. I'm signing off from the petroglyphs. Join us next week, Dog and I, as we go up to Mission Creek Preserve. I watched Denise do the show last week, and I'm so excited about it. I've got to go up there and see if I can hike over to Whitewater Canyon on the trails that they have there. We'll try to be studying birds or something up there. My wife will be anyway. So join us next week.
You said you were going with the dog. Which dog did you mean?
Well, wait a minute now. I didn't say anything about a dog. I just said join us. And did I look out the dog? That's the way it goes.
the spirit of the season, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. This is Jack Lyons for Coachella Valley This Week. And this week we're going to talk about two productions that are going to be opening in January. And they're both going to start on January 8th. The first one is going to be down at the Indio Performing Arts Center, or as we call it out here in the desert, IPAC. They're going to be doing a musical called Always Patsy Cline. It's a wonderful show. It's a tribute to the great country singer Patsy Cline. It's being directed by Bob Reinhagen. I've seen the show a couple of years ago in LA. It's wonderful. If you're a Patsy Cline fan, and who isn't, I think everybody ought to go. It opens on January 8th, and it will run all the way until the 24th of January, and then it picks up again on another Friday and starts from February 5th and goes to the 21st. The curtains are going to be at 2:30, curtains on Sunday, and Friday is going to have a 7 p.m. curtain, and Saturday is going to be two shows, 2:30 and 7 o'clock. Always Patsy Cline at the IPAC. You want to go see that. You'll have a great time. The second show that I wanted to talk to you about was Remember the Magic, and now that is starring Virgil Gibson, who was a guest on the show earlier on another segment. And so now we're going to talk about Virgil going over to the Rock Garden Cafe with his fabulous show. The man was the lead singer for the Platters, a world-renowned group. He's going to give you one heck of an evening, and it's going to be two shows. They're going to do it on the 8th at 7 p.m., and they're going to do it on Sunday, the 9th of January, at 5 p.m. So if you want to hear good music and the old doo-wop and four-part harmony, you got to go check out Virgil Gibson. That's it for me for this particular Saturday. So we'll see you all again next week on Coachella Valley This Weekend. Keep it going. Bye-bye. And make sure everybody has happy holidays.
It's time for Coachella Valley This Week's Artist of the Week. And today I have Fleet Easton and Virgil Gibson here with me today to talk about their upcoming show, Remember the Magic, that will take place on January 8th and 9th at the Rock Garden Cafe in Palm Springs. How are you guys doing today?
I'm doing fine. I'm doing fantastic. I'm just thrilled to be here with you today.
Well, we love you. We love having. We had Fleet on the show several months back.
Yes.
We were at the Palm Desert Park.
That's right.
Civic Center Park, and we had a lot of fun.
We had a great time.
He was doing cartwheels. I was totally amazed because I couldn't do them. We always have fun with Fleet.
We do.
And so let's talk about your upcoming show.
Well, the show is going to be January the 8th and 9th, and I do Older Golders. I'm formerly lead singer for members of the original Platters group, and also a group called the Rivingtons that did a song called Papa Ooh Mau Mau. So I'll be doing really all the Older Golders for everybody that's over 30. You've probably heard about the Platters groups and all that. And
Of course.
so, and if you haven't, you will be introduced to it. And I'm just happy to be out here to be able to do this. And we're hoping that you come out to support it, because we're also doing some help for the Samaritan Animal Hospital. And this is just the beginning of what we plan to do here in this area. Since I've been here with Fleet, it's one of the spectacular entertainers.
Yeah.
You know, he's just wonderful. I say it like that. And if he was a stinker, I just tell him that too. But he's not into that.
Tell us how you really feel, Virgil. Don't hold back.
Yeah, well, he's a real entertainer, you know.
Yes, he is.
And I don't say that about a lot of people. And I have to give him that. He's a wonderful person. And we're just here ready to do it. Y'all come out and support this, what we're trying to do here. It's the beginning of support of a lot of charities. We're starting off small, but we figure sometime within the next 6 months to a year, we'll be doing big venues. And this is just the first that we're starting, and we hope to see you there. Come on out, because only you can make this a success.
That's right.
That's right.
And Animal Samaritans is a wonderful charity. It's a great place to get your cats, dogs neutered, and for vaccinations. It's inexpensive, and it's a wonderful. They're always so busy, and then also you can adopt from them as well. So, and they do need all the help that they can get.
Yeah, I just did an event for them last Wednesday night at Cafe Palette, and we raised quite a bit of money and stuff for the Animal Samaritans.
So what kind of charities are you guys going to focus on for another show? Are you going to expand on different charities as well?
We want to continue to expand. You got children out here, you got people need to have to be fed. I had already started that over in the Culver City area to do programs because of feeding the hungry, because over there the food situation has increased to 90 per day. I did the show at St. Augustine's Catholic Church, and we're going to continue to do it there. And I'm looking for some people that want to help inside of these convalescent hospitals, or what you might call them out here, I don't know. But the idea being, you got too many senior citizens sitting around. They still got their minds and they're in decent health. So why should they be sitting there without entertainment? Because that will help them to have a better life in their twilight years.
Right.
And this is what I'm concerned about greatly. I'm a senior citizen also.
No.
And oh yes, I know I can't help myself because God has blessed me. The whole thing is, you got to do that. And what we're going to do here, I have a gospel album that's going to be traveling around. We want to take them kids of all different cultures and put them in this. Kids can teach us better than people our own ages or what have you. They're honest with everything, and I just like to see them do this to recognize that they were born to be great.
And so let's talk about give everyone a little glimpse of what they can expect at your show as far as music is concerned.
Only you can make this world seem right. Only you can make the darkness bright. Only you and you alone can thrill me like you do. That's no go fleet.
All right, please do it.
This man is good. Trust me.
Okay, get on the table.
Oh, yeah.
Let me tell you,
Let's do
Pete
tap
Easton is
dance
a
going on.
dancer, he's a singer, actor.
Well, you are billed as the ultimate entertainer.
An ultimate entertainer
Yeah.
and the triple threat.
The triple threat, yeah, because he does everything.
I
So,
do everything.
and you're absolutely fantastic. Well, this
Thank
sounds
you.
like
So
it sounds like
much.
a promising show, and we will help you guys promote in any way you can. And we love charities. We feature charities on the show.
Can make how this world seem right. Only you.
It's time for Coachella Valley This Week to take a look back at all the wonderful places and the people that we've had featured on our show in 2010. We'd like to say thank you so much to everyone and our viewers, and we look forward to new great experiences in 2011.
Just smack it. Use this, the whole hand.
Learn when you're at Discovery Camp, you make new friends, and you have lots of fun. Like playing with different things.
Of the spider veins, and that's just like really quick. You can get that done. It's in and out. No big deal.
Right. Usually the procedure's about 20-30 minutes.
Well, we are completely full. Every bed is full right now. All of the family rooms are full. We have 2 families in each room today.
Hi, Claudia. Welcome to the Desert Club. Lucy, I'm married to Desi. I don't know if you probably know him. He probably been to his concerts.
Our location here in the Best Buy Shopping Center in Palm Desert, in the Best Buy Shopping Center right in between Best Buy and World Jam.
I do say, you tried to steal me gold, it's time for you to walk the plank.
Just the white behind it and the black light, like I said, and it pops right out.
Awesome. Now, so now let's talk about your artwork. So now I know that you said you were a graduate of What was it? Is it ITT?
Yes, ITT.
Today we're here at the Coachella Valley Wild Bird Center in Indio, and I have Linda York here with us today to explain everything, the wonderful things they do here at the Bird Center. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, and thank you for visiting. We've been here for 15 years.
I am a budding poet. Yeah, that's me.
Good morning, it's the old desert naturalist again. Today we're going
night-night now. Come on, baby. Even a caveman can do it.
Take the car.
Okay.
But you gotta remember, you only do it here. You can't do it on your mommy and daddy's car.
Okay. I'm gonna do it on my husband's car.
On your husband's
I want to give my blood.
We're here today at the Community Blood Bank in Rancho Mirage, and I have Nico and Michael here, the representatives of the blood bank, to talk to us today about all their needs and what's going on with the blood bank. How are you guys doing today?
To my right here is Chief Hawkins, who is the big boss of Riverside.
12 o'clock and a 2 o'clock game on the 14th of November, which is a Sunday. It's a family atmosphere. Everybody's
That's about
welcome
it
to come
for
out.
this particular segment of Jack Lyons Theater and Film Reviews for Coachella Valley this week. So, one other thing I want to remind everybody at this time of the year, Happy Holidays!
If you have a public event that you'd like to have mentioned on our show, contact me at denise@CoachellaValleyThisWeek.com. We hope that you've enjoyed today's show. I'm Denise Neal, and thanks for watching. Catch us next year in 2011. We'll all guide you to even more of the desert's best on Coachella Valley This Week. See you next year.
Flash of color usually. And then to watch the moon come up on this side, east, and cast its golden path over the
Beautiful, beautiful building.
It is, and you know, we got the original architectural plans that Albert.
And what's really nice is that it still works.
I remember seeing, when they show commercials, the women still were wearing pearls and like long dresses.
Yeah, first time Elvis went to
There's much more coming up next on Coachella Valley This Week. Thanks, Philip.